Hi and welcome to Outwell. Here we're going to give you some hints and some tips on how to attach the extensions and awnings for the Concorde M and L. Obviously what we're using here is the Concorde L, but what we talk about is the exact same for the rest of the products. A good thing to do here just before we do start setting up the awning is just prepare the tent if you have it fully pitched, and by that all we're going to do is just take up the guy lines that are out the front. Once you've laid out the awning, we simply have to attach the pump into the inlet valve. A good tip here is just to make sure that the outlet valves are set to the closed position so that when you start to inflate the awning, the air is not just going to come straight out. So once the awning has been inflated to between 0.6 and 0.8 bar, or 8.7 and 11.6 psi, you'll see that it looks like this. All we're going to do is move it to the front of the tent and start zipping it on to the zips that are already attached. Just remember, once the extension or awning is standing, to close the shut-off valves to separate each individual tube section. Once the awning is zipped on, all we have to do is just pull out the sides here, and then we're just going to peg at the front into position. When setting up the awnings, the next thing we're going to do is pop the ground sheet into place inside. Once your ground sheet's in place, we're just going to close the front door, then we're going to peg out all the rest of the pegging points around the awnings or extensions. Finally, all we have to do is just take out the guy lines and peg them into place. Just remember, when you're taking down the extensions or awnings, just to open up the shut-off valves to allow the air to flow through for quick deflation. When it comes to taking the extensions or awnings down, all we've done here is just removed all of the guy lines and taken out all of the pegging points around the side and removed the ground sheet. And now what we're going to do is just unzip at the back, ready for deflation. Have to do to deflate is just go to the release valves here and switch them to open. So when it comes to folding away the extension or awning, a really good tip here is just to always make sure that you roll from one side to the other, but finishing where the open valves are. So that was all of our hints and our tips for attaching and taking down the extensions and awnings for the Concorde M&L. Thanks very much for watching.